Hello everyone, my name is Rifki Pratama. Today, I am with my friend Arum, are going to explain about noun phrase, prepositional phrase, and adjective clause. Arum and I are assigned as speaker and reporter of Group 1 from 12-6. There are other members as well, but they are assigned to different roles. My group members are Filza Arum, Kamila, Muhammad Darujatun, Narisa Arfiana, Rifki Pratama, and Thomas John Mardika. Noun phrase. What is noun? A noun is a word that functions as the name of a specific object or set of objects, such as living creatures, places, actions, qualities, states of existence, or ideas. Meanwhile, a noun phrase is a phrase that functions in the same way as a noun. Noun phrases are also called noun clauses. A noun phrase always includes a noun, which is a person, place, or thing, or a pronoun which takes the place of a noun. This pronoun can be a subject pronoun or an indefinite pronoun. When we want to give more information than can be provided by using a noun alone, we can add an adjective to identify a person or thing, or describe them in more detail. For example, a bad boy and a new book. Note that sometimes nouns can be placed before other nouns as a way of identifying a particular type of person or thing. For example, a vanilla ice cream and the basketball player. Most adjectives can appear before a noun as part of a noun phrase, placed after determiners or numbers if there are any, and immediately before the noun. For example, he had a beautiful eyes and she sold 3 pink bear balls. Adjectives describing the main characteristics of a person or a thing are often grouped together before the noun they describe. For example, a beautiful young woman. 2 or 3 descriptive adjectives are often used together in this way, though note that placing more than 3 adjectives before a noun will start to sound unnatural. For example, an elegant wooden wall. What is complex noun phrase? A complex noun phrase often contains the obligatory head, or a word that could stand alone as a simple noun phrase, as well as a determiner, premodification. Premodifiers occur before the head. Premodifiers are often adjectives. However, other nouns can also modify the head, and when this occurs, the premodifying noun may be accompanied by a premodifying adjective. Postmodifier. Postmodifiers can consist of relative clauses, non-infinitive clauses, prepositional phrases, adverbs, adjectives, and noun phrases in apposition. The example of prepositional phrases are a company with a social corporate responsibility programs, that girl in that pink floral dress, the building at the end of the block. The examples of ing phrases are the clothes hanging over there, the employee having a meeting with the client. The examples of relative clauses are the project she worked on for a year, the closet that my father assembled, the manager who proposed this initiative, and a 20-year-old lad who came by this morning. The clauses commonly placed after nouns such as idea, fact, belief, and suggestion. Examples of their clauses are they are still not satisfied with their record in spite of the fact that they won the competition. Carla got the impression that her new team didn't support her. There was a suggestion that the public library should be renovated. And the examples of 2 infinitives are she's got no conferences to attend. These infinitive postmodifiers are common after indefinite pronouns and adverbs, such as we should think of something to do. They have nowhere to go. What is prepositional phrase? A prepositional phrase is a group of words consisting of a preposition its object, and any words that modify the object. Most of the time, a prepositional phrase modifies a verb or a noun. These two kinds of prepositional phrases are called adverbial phrases and adjectival phrases, respectively. At a minimum, a prepositional phrase consists of one preposition and the object it governs. The object can be a noun, a gerund. A gerund is a verb from ending in ing that acts as a noun, or a clause.
Hi, my name is Fazarum. I want to continue Rifki's explanation about prepositional phrase. There are two kinds of prepositional phrase. First is prepositional phrase that modify noun. When a prepositional phrase acts upon a noun, we say it's behaving adjectively because adjectives modify nouns. A prepositional phrase that behaves adjectively is called an adjectival phrase. For example, the cat in the middle is the cutest. In the middle is prepositional phrase that modify cat as noun in the sentence. Less frequently, prepositional phrases can function like nouns in a sentence. For example, during the national anthem is the worst time to blow your nose. After the game, will be too late for us to go to dinner. Second is prepositional phrase that modify verb. When the prepositional phrase acts upon a verb, we say it's behaving adverbially because adverbs modify verbs. A prepositional phrase that behaves adverbially is called an adverbial phrase. For example, Harry drank his butterbeer with fervor. Drank is the verb in the sentence, and with fervor is a prepositional phrase that modified drank. Next is how to avoid excessive prepositional phrases. Not efficient, for example, it's best to behave with caution when running with a sword in the presence of Magneto. The efficient sentence is, in Magneto's presence, run cautiously with swords. Another example is, why was the road crossed by the chicken? The efficient one is, why did the chicken cross the road? Now we turn to adjective clause. What is adjective clause? Adjective clause, also known as a relative clauses, is a type of dependent clause that works to describe a noun in a sentence. All adjective clauses are dependent clauses, which is a group of words that consists of a subject and a verb. Yet, it's not a complete sentence that can stand alone. What is adjective clause marker? Adjective clauses begin with a relative pronoun which connects them to the word they describe, such as who, whom, which, that, when, where, why, how, and whose. This is some formula in use of relative pronoun. Example of adjective clause. Who? Sandy is the first person who helped the victims of the accident. Who in this sentence describes Sandy as a person that helps the victims of the accident. Whom? She is the woman to whom I always tell my feeling. Which? My car, which is lost yesterday, has just been returned by police. That? There is the mountain that we are going to climb. When? I don't remember when she went into my room. Where? I don't know where to go from here. Why? I understand why you're mad at her. How? I asked him how to play football in the US. Whose? The man whose car was stolen called the police. Restrictive clauses are independent and dependent sentences that are bound. If the dependent is removed, then the independent meaning will be affected. A restrictive adjective clause is necessary to the meaning of the sentence. It's not separated from the rest of the sentence by commas. Example, Neil Armstrong is the first man who stepped his feet on the moon. The girl who broke up with you is taken by another boy yesterday. Non-restrictive clauses. Restrictive clauses are independent and dependent sentences that are bound. If the dependent is removed, then the independent meaning will not be affected. A non-restrictive adjective clause is simply adding extra information. Non-restrictive adjective clauses need commas around them. For example, the man who is deeply religious goes to the mosque 5 times a day. Harry Potter, whose parents were killed by Voldemort, went to Hogwarts at 1991. Special thanks, we would like to say thank you for Ma'am Sri Rayu Prihatini, who always teaches us how to practice English well and sharing many knowledge to us. Thank you for being patient and inspired us to do things better than before. We know that this year has been difficult for us because we cannot meet directly during the lessons, but we are really appreciate that you give your best of yourself to teach us. Also, please forgive us if we made some mistakes during the lessons. We hope that you always in a good condition and got Allah's blessings. Thank you!